Hello everyone, welcome to aqua-colored tarot. Today we will be asking what is the next chapter with them, and I will also be asking about the long-term potential of this connection. So for those who want to make their selection using their zodiac sign, I will do this part in a bit, and I advise that you use your sidereal moon sign. So let's see what is the next chapter with them. So let's see. For group number 1, we have number 12, emotions are the reflection, look for the deeper meaning. Okay. For group number 2, we have number 5, be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. And for group number 3, we have number 8, choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. Now let's do the zodiac sign selection. So we have Moon in Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, and Aries for group 1. For group 2, we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Leo. And for group number 3, we have Cancer, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Pisces. Okay, so timestamps below and let's begin. Hello group 1, you chose number 12, emotions are the reflection, and look for the deeper meaning. Or perhaps you chose by using your sidereal moon sign in either Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, or Aries. So let's find out today what is the next chapter with them. Let's start with the energy. So we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, full Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, 10 of Swords. Let me think. To me, what I see here is a rather complicated relationship. I see a relationship where there was the fun element for sure, especially with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And to me, it seems like that in this connection, the lines have blurred a bit. It seems like that it is not clear whether we're talking about a casual connection or something that both people want to work out into something more committed. I'm getting mixed signals from both sides. On the one hand, someone is thinking that they would rather forget everything that has transpired and start fresh from the start. On the other, I feel like that there is some sort of intoxication, a kind of feeling of not being able to stay away from each other. But when it comes to meeting each other, it feels like that there is a very random pattern, perhaps a very whimsy pattern. It feels like that most of the times you have met this person has not been due to an established plan of let's meet at this hour at this spot outside. It feels like that the energy here has been very let's say what's the word, very, you know, go with the flow, go with your emotion in the moment type of energy. Okay, so let's see what's the next chapter with them. Okay, this is a very interesting energy. And it's kind of a bit of funny as well, I would say. Because we have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Three of Cups. To me, it seems like that in this connection, how can I describe this feeling? It feels like that with the person you're dealing with right now, there's definitely some sort of intellectual stimulation, as in sharing the same sense of humor and being able to complete each other's sentences. So, since there is this element of playfulness, to me it seems like that this will be the reason why this connection will have the potential to grow into something stronger. It feels like that essentially you you will introduce each other to one another's social circles. Even if you might not have had the talk yet, let's say, I feel like that there's definitely going to be some sort of meeting one another's friends. Um, I will have to highlight that I don't see anything regarding commitment. However, the fact that there is this sharing of minds is really great for setting down the foundations for something serious down the road later. Okay, but let's ask about the long-term potential of this connection as well. So, Four of Cups in reverse, okay. Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Let me think a bit. Okay, so I will just say whatever is speaking to my mind right now. And that is that it's very likely that one of you will move away to a different country or a different place with the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups in reverse. It feels like that there is going to be a new work opportunity for one of you, and therefore the connection will have to go into a bit in the background with a High Priestess. It's very likely that a sympathy for one another is going to continue to exist, but I feel like that it's very likely for this particular connection that there's going to be definitely some sort of physical distance. And I might even dare say that for this for this group, there might have been the issue of distance already with this person. However, we have the King of Pentacles, and to me it seems like that if you find out essentially that you will be able to align with the other person's goals, or the other person will be able to align with your goals, I think it's very likely that this connection can continue to exist and maybe develop for something deeper with a High Priestess. However, I do see that there will definitely be a challenge with traveling here. Okay, now let's ask for the advice. Okay, the High Priestess has showed up 3 times in this reading. It feels like that you already know the truth deep down. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, High Priestess, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, again, this will come off as a bit random in this group as well, because it might not have to do at all with what I've already mentioned. But with the swords here, especially with the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, it seems to me that you have lots of unresolved pain from the past. Because essentially, the protagonist here is the Knight of Wands. But then we have the High Priestess in the middle, acting as a barrier for the memories that are associated with the swords here. So essentially the message is, if you are trying to make this connection work for you, you will have to ask yourself, is it because it is something that you really want and desire and you know that is right for you? Or is it because you are seeking to cover a wound that you have not healed yet? A wound from the past. I don't want to be typical and say that with the 8 of Swords you feel like a prisoner of your own mind, but there's definitely this element of emotional bottling up. So I would say that this is the advice, to ask yourself whether this connection is something that you really want or something that you think you need to heal yourself. Okay, So this is what I have for you, group number 1. If you have any other topics that you would like me to cover in this channel, please write in the comments. Thank you very much for watching and hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Hello group 2, you chose number 5, be true to who you are and fear will not stop you from shining. Or maybe you chose by using your sidereal moon sign in either Aquarius, Libra, Gemini or Leo. So, in any case, let's start with the energy here. Okay, I tried my best to shuffle, but let's go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I definitely get the feeling that this connection is something that have been moving very, very slowly. For some of you, it really has to do with an ex where things were progressing very slowly, or this is for those who are debating whether to end the connection that they currently have with their person. With the Four of Swords, it makes me feel like as if you have been waiting for an eternity for someone to come forward and make up a decision. With the Temperance, things have been going slowly. It feels like that you have had discussions about the future of this connection. Maybe you had even agreed on the next chapter of this connection. For example, maybe you agreed that, oh yeah, we're going to get married, or yeah, we're going to move in together. There has definitely been some sort of discussion regarding the next serious step in this connection. So I think that this group is for people who are dealing with this situation. Okay, so what is the next chapter with them? Wow. Could be positive, or maybe we'll see. Okay, so to me it seems like that whatever goal you had discussed with the other person in this connection, you will achieve it. After all, we have two aces. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, and it all starts with a Tower. To me, it seems like that someone will come forward and, let's say, act as a fairy godmother, let's say. Someone that is not you or the other person, but someone who is very close to either one of you. Someone is going to, that person I've just described is going to come forward and either speak with them or with you. and they are going to change this person's or your perception about the situation. And this conversation that you're going to receive, or the other person is going to receive, is going to be the catalyst for the things that have been discussed to finally start getting into motion. Okay, it feels like that, yeah, there might have been disagreements, yeah, there might have been fights, but at the end of the day, what you want to happen is going to happen. This is unquestionable. Okay, so the next chapter, if it's like moving in together, getting married, it's going to happen. It's going to happen for sure. But let's see what's the long-term potential of this connection. Okay, I see two paths, and both are very intense. And they're kind of, I would say, the opposite. So, the first path will have to do with finally putting the effort to what's the word? To handle the responsibilities that had been put from the start. The effort is actually going to arrive, and the transformative step that you wanted this connection to have is going to happen. But for some of you, that's path A. Path B, oh, and I need to comment that for path A, the process is not going to go exactly as smoothly as you would expect, and there might be even moments where you will feel like as if you want to give up with the Ten of Wands reverse. So be a bit careful here. Now, for path B, I'm not going to lie, I do see the World and the Death card, and then we have the Two of Wands. And with the first card being the Ten of Wands in reverse, it feels like that someone here might give up. Someone here might give up and might request to end things and go on separate ways. This is for some of you. Please don't freak out. I'm just channeling the messages. Please only take what resonates for you, okay? I don't want you to worry because I said something, and I'm sorry if I've made you worry. Essentially, this connection will definitely have many challenges. For some of you, you will be able to go past these challenges, but for some other of you, this is going to be a deal breaker. Okay, I'm sorry that I have to channel this message for some of you. Let's do advice. Okay, so we have Four of Swords, Lovers, Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, for some of you, it feels like that you might have already started exploring other options, romantically speaking. And for those people, it feels like that the advice here would be to have an honest conversation with themselves and kind of put things into an order. With the Seven of Cups, it makes me think that it's very likely that you have some struggles with knowing what you want out of this situation. Is it that you want the result? Is it that you want the idea of moving in together, the idea of deepening the commitment, or is it the person that you want? Also, it feels like that you might be struggling with these thoughts alone. Maybe you might be even feeling embarrassed and not being able to reach out to someone in order to carry the weight that in order to throw a bit of the weight that you're carrying right now. So I would say that if you want to reach out to someone, reach out to people that have been generous with you or that are like generous in general. And there's also a bit of warning that your social circle might be already seeing things and have realized things about your connection that you are refusing to admit. So it's best if you have an honest conversation with yourself and seek the support of people you trust to navigate this connection. I feel like that this group has been kind of not as good as I would expect it to be. However, I just want to say that in this group I got an energy of challenges being their major challenges. But in connections and in life, we always have to face things, and life has ups and downs. We choose the people with whom to face those challenges. So, to close this reading, I would like to say that even if you resonated with the fact that there are going to be challenges with your situations, or with your situation, know that everything is going to be all right, and accept that setbacks are a part of life and you're strong enough to face them by yourself and with the help of other people as well. So this is what I have for you, group number 2. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Hello, group 3. You chose number 8. Choose yourself today and do not deny your importance. Or maybe you chose based on your sidereal moon sign in either Cancer, Sagittarius, Taurus, or Pisces. So let's find out what is the next chapter with them, and I'm going to do that by reading the energy first. Okay, so okay, a card fell on the floor, I'm not picking it up. Five of Swords, Three of Cups, the full Four of Coins, Three of Swords. Yeah, it feels like that you might have had an argument with this person and maybe they said something hurtful to you. To me, it doesn't seem like that this is an ex. It feels like that this is a new person you've met probably through friends, and things have been going okay-ish, I would say, but for some reason this person has started to hold back with the Four of Coins and might even have said something that made you upset. Okay, that has made you upset, sorry. So, let's see. What is the next chapter with them? Oh boy, okay, Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, King of Swords. The first thing that comes to my mind is someone stepping up and saying the words, "Do you think I'm a fool?" Okay, to me it feels like that you'll be putting this person in their place or the opposite, but there's definitely this energy of I choose me with the King of Swords. And there's going to be a conversation that essentially is going to be mature. With the Page of Swords in reverse, this conversation is going to be far from immature. This conversation will have to do with the responsibilities that with the responsibilities and the expectations that each person has towards the other. And there's definitely going to be a clarity on things. We're talking about a very, let's say, quote-unquote bossy conversation, but bossy in a good way, as in, you know what, this has been going on for quite a long time and I wanted to talk to you about it. How do you feel about blah blah blah? Or maybe you will say, yeah, I've noticed that you kind of, yeah, and this has been affecting me in this way, etc., etc. So I would request you to do this. It feels like that either you or the other person will really be stepping up and setting the facts straight. This is what I get for the next chapter. Now, let's see the long-term potential of this connection. Wow, okay. I wish I could swear in this channel, but instead of the word I'm thinking I want to say, I'm just going to say aeon. Okay. In this connection, it feels like that you will be able to display a behavior that is going to force the other person to respect you nonetheless. To me, it seems like that in this connection, you will be channeling a very divine and authority figure-like energy, but in some sort of positive way that makes the other person make you admire more, and this admiration will result in developing feelings for you. To me, it seems like that the more you put yourself first and you are just about things that the other person has done to you and were not right, and the more open you are with those truths, and by the way, if you're open with your resources as well, so for example, if you treat the person as in like buy something for them out of the blue with the 5 of coins in reverse, it feels like that this is going to be a great omen for this connection. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I'll go back to the main point. Yeah, to me it feels like that in this connection you will essentially be getting someone who will admire you and develop strong feelings with you with the Knight of Cups. But this admiration will come only if you admire yourself first, respect yourself first. Okay, so let's ask for the advice here. Wow, okay. If you're done with your ex, move on to the next. I don't know if that line is copyrighted, and I don't know if I will get into any trouble, but I don't know, legal trouble or something. I don't think so. Okay, so the advice here, we have the Lovers, 9 of Swords, 7 of Coins, Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the 2 of Coins. Okay, here with the 9 of Swords, it makes me think that you have been overthinking the situation extremely, and you have been moving very carefully with the 7 of Coins. Maybe you have been debating beforehand before you take any action. To me, it seems like that there is so much unnecessary overthinking for something that is already going great. This is a connection where things are going really great, but instead of enjoying the moment, it feels like that you are in the back of your head a bit. So the advice here is to leave the overthinking behind and trust that everything is going to go all right with this person, because things have already been going great. Don't be afraid. There is literally no reason to be scared and to overthink the situation. Be yourself. If you feel like that you're walking on eggshells, try to how can I say this? If you feel like as if you're putting on a performance, as if you're behaving someone that you're not in order to make a good impression on the other person and in order to not disappoint them or not cause them any sort of reason to get angry with you or argue with you, then I would say that you should stop this and you should go with the flow. Go with the Knight of Wands energy. Live in the moment. Don't be afraid to say stupid things. Don't be afraid to ask for things. Things are going great already. Okay, so this is what I have for you, group number 3. If you have any other topics that you would like me to cover in this channel, please write in the comments. Thank you very much for watching and hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.